From the fashionable north side, where the hookers don't take... Oh, God damn it, I screwed it up early.
I like it. I like what you're getting onto, though.
Yeah.
Getting on the hook.
I'm gonna tie that nicely into the game. So go ahead, continue.
From Racine's fashionable north side, where the hookers don't take Visa, but they take American Express, it's Guys, Games, and Beer!
Patrick is taking a moment to process.
No, because they
Those
accepted
are
my
classy hookers.
no, they accepted my Discover card too.
Yeah, and his wallet.
Boy, I got no money in that.
And McDonald's.
So Rob,
Today's topic is games that I played in my youth.
okay, but wait.
Oh, you're gonna start with this?
Yes, before, because we're talking about hookers. So, I was just at a conference that deals basically with sex. Lots of sex, okay? No, actually.
Science of sex.
The science of sex. Well, reproduction.
Yeah.
The sex, alright? So, we're gonna play a little game. The game is, what is this? Are you smarter than a reproductive biologist?
The digital animal. I am a reproductive. No, I'm just kidding.
You already know that, Mike.
You want to open one up and show it to the
You can, well, don't open them yet. Don't open them yet. Just because they were on the table like this, and it was amazing.
The sanitary.
Wait a minute, you can show it to the camera. Don't open it yet, though. Not yet.
Okay.
So.
There it is.
So, you'd be amazed what people thought these were. I mean, oh my God, you'd be amazed what people thought these were. So,
well, they're creepy old scientists.
yeah, they are creepy old scientists, actually. So, Tyler, what do you think it is? Here, Ben. So, we're playing the game, Ben. We're not going to open the package quite yet. Because they'd pick them up in the packages and go, oh, and make guesses what they were.
Yeah, right. Well, the thing is, just like...
Is it to stimulate your cervix?
You can't trust biologists. Were you there for the toe sucking story?
Oh, whoa.
We had a teacher
For science!
Yeah, we had a biology teacher that told us a bunch of high school students about how she would get together with a group of their friends, and so they learned the lesson that your pleasure receptors for your genitals are close to that of your toes, so they would suck on each other's toes. They would
Wait a minute.
She told that to high school students, by the way.
Oh! Okay, well,
She also had an
so far,
amazing
a
camel
cervix
toe.
stimulator. Patrick, any guess?
It's a 10, isn't it?
Could be.
It's nubby, you know.
I didn't open it, but I figured something out.
Yeah, well, you know part of it now. So it is partially a pen.
It is partially a pen. It is
Go ahead,
partially
Open it.
a nipple stimulator, or as I like to say, service.
I like that.
Service stimulator.
Ooh, that does work, actually. Wait a minute, that worked!
We've been wrong.
You've been wrong. We didn't know what it was before.
We didn't know its true potential.
I'm getting a little hard right now.
I believe I could fit this in my urethra.
Hey, that's what I was going to go with.
Wow.
It's
Now-
a catheter.
Yeah.
It's a catheter. No.
Now, the only part that's confusing me is this
stylus.
Oh, yeah,
It's a stylus, all right. It's a stylus.
That's what I was wondering. I was like,
That's it?
Yeah.
oh, screen cleaner.
Yes, it is.
Very
Thanks,
nice.
So what are some of the
Nice.
things you got?
Basically stamps.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a stamp,
it
but that
does
was like,
kinda look
why
like
the
a
hell
stamp.
is there a circle stamp? For science, stamp.
Look, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is officially science.
This penis has been tested.
So, test your penises. Everybody got one who has a tablet to keep
penis?
it. So,
I thought this was for golfing at first, you know.
yeah, it does look like a T. You can keep it if you want it. Yeah.
So, yeah. That's,
I'm supposed to keep this on my desk, right? To walk around with this would be ridiculous.
Well, you see, that's my thing. To me, it seems like it is kind of a cool gadget. It actually works extremely well. But yeah, it does seem kind of stupid. It's gonna look real funny in your pocket.
So for anyone who
God, he's got a
developed
small
this
penis.
thing, what you should have done is you should have had a sheet that you stretch out and
Yeah,
it
but
clicks.
no. It really does work really well like this, though, dude.
No, like this?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, but for convenience fact of putting it in my pocket and having a screen cleaner, pull it out, clicks,
It's actually really
the
good
cloth's
stylus.
off. Isn't that why you have a
What
wipe
is
it off
this
and
little
click
thing? This little rubbery thing?
Stylus, so you can use it on a
Touch
capacitive
it.
screen.
For your pleasure.
So you don't get fingerprints all over your screen. It
Yeah, how did I use this?
the lubricant's on the other side.
actually works extremely well.
Well, yeah.
All right, so that was my So you
Good
guys
topic,
you guys
good
figured it out. I like some of your answers better
It's
than
just
some of
very
theirs. But
awkward because the way it's shaped and the fact that it's sealed in a bag and it's at a reproductive seminar, convention, whatever.
yeah,
It's like,
I'm sure that's why these guys thought weird things.
oh, it was a seminar, not
It's that
sodomy?
time of month.
Oh, that's completely different.
I thought it was sodomy.
I'm pretty impressed with
I
this
am
game.
totally off base.
All right, so Rob,
Huh? Oh, topic, yeah.
topic, back to topic.
Yeah. The topic for today is games you
Flip
played
phone girl.
in your youth that would be very inappropriate in today's market and probably would not be made. Or, we have a secondary topic possibility, rant. Or, topic
Third?
number 3, what I've been playing.
Okay, we can't do both.
If you do it quickly, yeah.
Okay, if we can do them quickly. All right.
But Ben gets a timer.
All right, Ben,
I'm
get
gonna
the timer
timer.
because he will rant forever otherwise.
Deal with
I
it.
like to call
I've
it
got the clock
potpourri
ready.
day.
Potpourri day. Yeah.
Potpourri day. It's
Just
potpourri
Just tell me
day.
what it's gonna smell like.
Oh, this is...
Who wants to start? Darlene.
I like how you just handed that off.
Wasn't that good?
Right under the bus.
I have been playing Ghost
Yeah, you're always playing Ghosts.
and Candy Crush. Oh, and a new one today called.
Oh, tell me you're not playing Candy Crush.
Yeah.
She plays it all.
You're not spending real money on Candy Crush, are you?
Not right now. What's that
she
game I played
was.
today?
Doki Doki Universe.
Yes.
Which is
Very
a
cute.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's on the Vita, by the
But
way.
don't tell them the little games that we've been playing that aren't video. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's my
Games that
that's the
vibrate.
secret. Yeah, exactly. That's our secret. Okay.
All the butts.
They can only see it on YouTube.
Woohoo!
Ooh,
Pay per view.
damn straight.
Sometimes.
Because I needs me some money.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Since you seem to lean that way with Candy Crush, you try that? I see that on TV. The Witch game. There's a new Witch, Bubble Witch. Have you ever played that or any
Never heard
variants
of
of
it.
Bubble Witch?
Bubble
No.
Witch?
Bubble.
Yeah.
It's like a sandwich.
It's just
Like a sandwich with bubbles.
It's one of those kinds
That was
of
one of those Asian
games
ones
like
that
Candy
like the
Crush.
bubble-
That's
That's a bubble.
Yeah,
connect
the bubble
this, connect
sandwich,
that. My assumption is I've never played it, but I see it advertised a lot, and it kind of had that feel, and I thought, oh, it's kind of a puzzle.
By the same company.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Probably they're all made by the
Because I listen to the Pocket Gamer podcast. So check out Pocket Gamer and check out their podcast. It's
You would know
excellent.
these things, Larry.
If you listen to the
Much-
Gamer.
I was asking for
Much unlike
it,
our
know,
podcast.
first-hand
Their podcast is
knowledge, but
Okay.
it's not there. So
Sorry. Straighten it out. And nearly ever mentions a prostitute. Tyler.
I don't want to go next.
Yeah. What you been playing, or rant, or your inappropriate game?
See, my problem with this title is I feel that any game could really be remade now. Especially any game that I've played that's offensive in any way or lewd. I don't see it not being able to be made now.
I've got one.
I have two.
Well, unless you're talking about like Custer's Revenge and things like
I
that.
would say I have
Yeah,
two.
maybe. But I still can see it being remade, just not mainstream.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we're so desensitized of like.
Well, it's not even just
Most
that.
of
It's just people have niches and be like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I-
make this and release it themselves.
Yeah.
just slap
On the- put it on the
an
internet.
M on it and call it a day.
Yeah.
Just like all the terrible, terrible games where they like that are super racist, like the ones that were ethnic cleansing games and things like that. Where it's like, you're a terrible human being. Got it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You expect time to develop this. So
Yeah, that takes a lot of like. I mean, just
I
say
have
something-
Lots of hatred.
Yeah.
To just be like,
And-
I'm going to develop this, and it's going to take me quite some time, and I'm going to concentrate all of my racist rage into this
Yes,
thing.
And I'm really talking mass-produced games.
okay, let's go with
Yeah.
mass-produced games then.
Yeah. Has to be
Honestly,
mass-produced.
I don't have any games that I played in my youth or anything that I can think of that would
Really?
be able to be mass produced.
I played a lot of Conker's Bad Fur Day, which I probably should not have been allowed to play when I was younger.
What was it? What were you playing?
That is a rough-ass game.
They re-released that, so I say your point is invalid.
They re-released it when, though?
For Xbox,
X360.
Really?
and Xbox,
Oh, I didn't know
Wait,
that.
but I've never heard of this game, so.
Oh, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
for
It's a great
the
game.
N64, and you were this little, like, fuzzy animal. What
Squirrel.
was he? Like a squirrel? And you run around, and he has, like, balls in the game, like, visible, like, balls hanging down.
Testicles.
And-
He had big balls too. He had
Fast
big balls.
definitely.
Yes. And he goes around doing all these like lewd, crazy things. I don't know. I loved it.
The
When
game
I was
was
young.
rated M.
Yeah.
So that explains
You
a lot of
fired a
what
giant
you
piece
know.
of
So Laura, you were basically sitting there playing the game, going balls, balls.
Pretty much.
Look at the physics on those testicles.
They really
in
move.
the Michael Jackson game, where I believe it's the Sega Genesis, he goes around saving
Moonwalker.
children,
Yeah.
saving
Michael Jackson's
children.
Moonwalker, one of the
And
greatest games ever made
kicking-
by man.
Yes, and then kicking glitter at people. So that one's a
Yeah,
little
rub-
weird.
touch the
I
kid.
do think that that particular
It's like a
topic
surprise
You have to
Santa.
did
run up.
not get done again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it was.
having a child molester pick up kids, I do not think would be a game.
They'll remake.
Alleged.
Wait,
Never
what
confirmed.
game is it?
Always
Michael
a
Jackson's
Moonwalker.
Moonwalker, which is actually a pretty good game. Like,
The
it's
game itself,
mechanics-wise.
yeah,
mechanics-wise, yes.
like on the Sega Genesis
It's
one was okay.
hilarious
The arcade
because-
one was
Yeah,
actually
if you-
really good.
In retrospect,
In
it's
retrospect,
Right.
it's
But in
hilarious.
retrospect, it's really off. So basically, it's a side scroll, not really side scroll. It's kind of like a 2.5D. Like it's
Yeah.
basically kind of like
I
a
think
bird's
I've
eye
seen
ish.
it.
So you walk around to beat 'em up. You can play up to 3 players with 3 different Michael Jacksons, and you walk around and your basic attack is like this like flashing glitter
yeah.
attack. And you walk around and you have
Jubilee.
you have a special move where you dance and then everybody dances with you and then they all blow up.
I believe he actually does
And
go.
There
all
are
the
objective
kids
of the
yell,
game.
Michael! When you
Yeah,
say
when
that.
you say that.
But that's
yeah.
the main objective of the
And-
game. You have to
and-
run up and touch the children to save them.
Yeah,
you have to
there's
touch
a couple
them.
of
You have
things.
to
There
physically
is
make
at the end
contact with the
of
children to
a
save
couple
them.
levels, basically,
How else will they know to
Michael will
follow?
defeat the boss. You can turn into Robo Michael too, which is pretty legit. You'll defeat the boss, right? Like for example, there's a bar level, and you defeat this other enemy robot, and he does a dance to complete the level. 2 children run up to him. He opens his coat, and then it goes to black. I shit you not. That is exactly what happens.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like it
Yeah,
should
in
not
retrospect,
happen.
in retrospect.
And then
I've seen the developers
there
did not
are
think
there's
about
some
that.
enemies. There's some enemies which are like
I'm
these mech
sure-
walkers who have these like cock-like thrusting robots.
Oh yeah, the thrusting
Yeah,
robot.
there's biped robots, and then basically they just have this like cylinder shaft that thrusts in and out
That's
to
it.
attack you.
I do not think.
ATSTs?
I do not think.
They're very well hung.
I do not think that game would be like a highly advertised release game for a modern game system. I do not think that you would get Michael Jackson's Child Toucher on Xbox One, say.
But we could use the Kinect.
Challenge accepted.
You could use-
Very nice, very nice.
Wow.
Reach out.
So yes,
Now we know I should watch
that game gets
There
it.
is
I think
there is the Michael Jackson experience that came out.
Yeah, but that's like a singing, dancing game. That's not like saving children.
No, touching children. There's a
Touching
difference.
children.
you
He was saving
tap the
them
button
for
really
people
fast
to
to try and lure children into
now-
your bedroom.
The question with it
Shake
still
the
is
Coke
that-
can at them.
But that's my
No
inappropriate.
candy.
I think that was a good one.
That was a very good one, actually.
I am actually going
I don't
to
know, the squirrel
uh,
testicle is really up there too. I
save
don't
myself for a little bit, but I will say the one game that I don't think they could ever develop is a Clockwork Orange.
Was it actually developed?
No.
No, but I'm just saying they couldn't develop it now.
They can
No.
never develop it. Even
They
that.
never developed it. No,
Never,
they probably
never.
could
I
have.
think-
but
Oh, no, they
Rocky
couldn't.
Horror Picture Show. was being
They had
a
a video
game.
I know, yeah, but
Really?
but yeah, but
They
no.
could they could do that. now.
No, you couldn't. No, you
Yeah,
couldn't.
you can.
No.
Now, why do you think
What?
Clockwork
The big
Orange
penis
couldn't be
scene?
done?
Really? You gonna have the big penis
Rape
scene where
scene.
they're beating the guy to death?
No,
Yeah,
I think Rocky.
The woman. Yeah,
After the
the
woman,
woman
yeah.
beat up the penis.
No,
I don't
Rocky
think.
Horror
Horror
Picture
could be
Show.
made into a
Oh,
game
yes.
now.
Yeah, Rocky
Yes,
Horror
yes.
Picture Show.
I'm
could be
just
made.
saying that.
Not Clockwork
Yeah,
Orange.
well, no, Rocky Horror Picture Show was made into, and even now,
Right.
yes, and you actually back with
But I
Michael
will rant later. But
All right.
that's my.
and when they go in the milk bar with, or the bar with the girls, yeah.
So my main thing was going to obviously be Michael Jackson's Moonwalker,
Yes,
but
and-
my runner up, and this is
And my
this is
dad has
proof
brought up before.
that they had to take it back, and like it wasn't the whole game concept that was wrong. But if you ever played the Punch Out, the original Punch Out,
Yes.
God, that game is like horrendously racist.
Yes, it is.
Horrendously racist.
Yes, it is.
Glass Joe is like this effeminate Frenchman. It's just like, yeah, and it's just like you're the average white dude, just kind of
Beating the crap out of every minority.
Yes.
yeah, it was pretty awful, and like you could tell because Nintendo didn't like keep any of those characters for the remake for the Wii, so you know some shit was up. Because
Wait, was Mike Tyson still in it?
no,
And what they changed it to Mike Tyson too. It wasn't Mike Tyson later.
They kept a few. They kept like King Hippo and stuff like that.
Because it was like most of the
races. Yeah, but most of the characters
Italian stallions.
were totally. They were changed. They changed the design of what they looked like. So it was
design, name, sprites.
No, they kept a lot of the names, but yeah.
Okay.
The characters looked a lot different. Nintendo did.
Not blatantly racist.
Nintendo.
We gotta start over?
Yes.
No.
I mean, if they took Mike Tyson out, if they remade it now, it'd be like, ooh, Mike Tyson, your finishing move is going to be the bite to the ear. And then you're dead.
Or chucking your girlfriend out. One of the two.
One or two.
Then he yells out,
Both?
your children.
Then there's a great Clockwork Orange scene.
Straight up.
Oh, that was a good. That you're right. That one, they did remake, but you're right. They had to clean it up.
Totally racist, but still a fun Christmas.
What a fun racist game.
Yeah, that's probably right.
How about it, Tom?
How about it? Okay, so I'm gonna agree with Tyler. I bet you somebody could actually remake Punch Out the way it was made, and it would still sell. And okay, so going back, even Custer's Revenge, they would remake it. They just they would slap an M on it and sell it.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a mass-produced game.
No, I didn't say it would be a mass-produced game.
No, we're talking about
but thank you. Right, but none of that was. So let's go back to the granddaddy of politically incorrect games. There was a game called Death Race, and basically it was a black Death Race. It was a black and white arcade game, and they took
based on the movie.
it off the market.
I just say
because it's the 1960s.
Right.
Okay.
No, it was
Don't you have that sitting in your garage?
Yeah, I actually have one of them. They're
like only like 15,000 or wherever produced.
Wherever made, yeah. They're.
I didn't know you had that in your garage.
Yeah, I do have one in my garage. So
He has all kinds of stuff.
No,
Because
no,
he
it
has all
needs
kinds
to-
of
it
stuff
needs to be rebuilt,
hiding in
but
his
I've got it.
garage.
But here's the thing.
I'll volunteer
It
for that project.
It was a major thing because basically you drove around and it was. I mean, think about this. This was like early 80s graphics. It was. There was nothing nasty about it, but you hit people, they scream.
So you mean Carmageddon?
Yeah, Carmageddon.
You mean
Thank you.
GTA anything?
Thank you. And a tombstone popped up. But the outrage over the game was unfreaking believable. Like Tom said, they only made about 1,500 and then had to pull them all back. So
They pulled out?
they pulled out.
We know that doesn't work.
I know, it didn't either.
And blew that game all over the place.
It didn't. So you can remake any of those games. And nowadays you look at those games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like with games, like it's come so far with like the violence and stuff and the gore and it, like it doesn't really matter.
Even the sex.
Even damn near any game.
You know,
I got one made.
I think I got one.
Let's look at Japanese dating sims. I mean, come on. They just
Well, what about the rape simulators like Rapeplay? If you haven't heard about that, it's literally a simulator where...
Whoa! Now we know what Tyler plays.
I was just gonna say, I had her. Don't ask Tyler what he's been playing.
Well, there was actually controversy.
He only heard about it from a friend.
Really?
Yes. This was about 2009. You play a character, you stalk women, and you rape them. That's the whole game.
Oh,
It
see.
is- yeah.
So
It can't be a
now there's a
mass-produced
politically incorrect game.
So apparently
okay?
Clockwork
Even
Orange
right
could
now.
be made.
Yes,
It was already made in
lied.
2009. Fuck.
But as a game?
Apparently, if there's a rape simulator...
Yeah, well, thank
There's
you.
actually a pen in this.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
We went over that, Travis.
Someone get him a helmet.
You can call me a slowpoke.
Yeah.
Pen.
What I think is even better is the fact that he did this. He took it apart, looked at it.
No.
Oh, you didn't look
The
at
other
it?
end. He took this end off and found the pen.
Oh, hell, dude, it's pen right here.
No, he did a little back.
I thought I found an Easter egg. Like,
You did, you're just a little late.
I'm smart.
Okay, so again, yeah, but so look, if they're making games like that, there is no such thing as politically incorrect game. I mean, yeah, they're politically incorrect, but it doesn't stop them from being made.
I don't think they're politically incorrect.
Oh yeah, Rape Simulator is not
Rape?
politically
Not a
incorrect.
mass-produced
that
game,
one,
though.
that one,
Not a
yes.
mainstream game.
Well, actually,
Not
I
like...
didn't say
I don't know how
politically
mainstream it
incorrect
was.
because
Obviously,
apparently
go
rape
figure
is just
made in
fine.
Japan. But I don't
Might
know
be
how
in
morally.
No, think about it. Dating
That's what I'm
simulators
saying.
technically are
But according to
mainstream in Japan, and those are pretty creepy.
Sometimes rape's okay.
I don't know how mainstream that one was, but I remember hearing about it. That's awful.
So tell me about your date rape simulator.
No, not a date rape.
John Perry
simulator.
collections.
You know, I was thinking about it, and I might have talked about this game before. There was kind of a line of shooting games back in the 80s. There was Cheyenne, was a real popular one, and Crossbow. And there was another one called Chiller.
Yeah, that's one of the nastiest games
And
ever.
Chiller's, the goal was to shoot various S&M type apparatus to crush, maim, or destroy people that are bonded to the wall. Or
I played that game. That game is awesome.
I've seen that, because I have like a maid machine with all the emulators and shit. I've seen that pop up here, so I was like, what the fuck?
That game was awesome.
Because it didn't show what the name of the games was, so I was like, why the fuck?
it's called Chiller.
Chiller.
Chiller. You can just directly shoot the body parts off them, and to get to the next, to complete the level, is to completely mangle all the people on the screen. That's the completion of the level.
Sounds like my basement.
Yeah, if you've successfully blown off every body part or squished or cut off the body parts of the people that are on the screen, then you go. I don't know, that one just is a little too much combination of violence and masochism, and it's
There's a lot of fucked up.
I just don't know if you'd make another one of those.
I can totally see it.
Sounds like a G2B project.
I know. I know.
Boy.
You
Come
are.
on, Kickstarter.
You're kind of convincing me with your simulator over there that maybe they would, but it just seems like that one just
Not as a mainstream thing.
I'm betting you in Japan that was a mainstream game.
I think everything.
I'll bet you in Japan
that
was
is
a
quite
mainstream game.
possible. Yeah.
So yeah.
That is also on the other side of the world, so...
No.
looking
Doesn't
at-
matter. It was still a mainstream game.
Are you seriously saying that all of them are... Whoa, yes!
Fresh from vacation.
Look at Mr.
Fuck
Fresh.
yourself.
So I don't know. It may be that there's no unmakeable games anymore, but I think Chiller would be on the list.
Yeah, that would probably be.
Think twice.
Yeah.
Think twice. Okay.
I don't know if we should do this, guys.
Is it Think
This
Twice
might-
developed once?
Honestly, but
It should be most of the time.
I could totally see
It's
a game
developed
like
twice and never thought at all.
Oh, like Rise 2.
You're right.
So just to recap for listeners and
Brian, who walked in fucking
Shows up
halfway through the
late.
show.
Brian can go read the show notes.
today.
We are.
Rape simulators.
Yeah, Rape Simulator. Big squirrels with big nuts.
Nice.
A Clockwork Orange.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson's Thriller, of course.
Moonwalker.
I'm sorry. You covered
Punch Out.
Punch Out.
Nice.
I went back to I went old school. Death Race.
Chiller.
Chiller.
And now we're on Patrick.
Death Race.
Deaf.
No.
for my political
Death Race
career,
was
I have
just
never
here,
played
you run
any
them
of
down.
these games.
Coming up behind you.
These alleged
You see
games.
the sides.
And I
go
will still
down.
not
Children.
play any of these games because I
The
don't
sides
have a
like that
game.
all over the screen.
First topic.
You don't have a game.
No.
Well, what have you been playing then?
No, guys. He doesn't have a game because he thinks all these games are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't check his Steam library.
From a capitalist point of view, it is marketable. So enough said.
It's marketable.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new George
You know,
W.
and
Bush.
sometimes, and I know this treads a little light, I guess. You know, sometimes, people there's like art and stuff, and people fantasize about certain things, but they would never do in their actual life. So there's.
No, I do everything I fantasize about.
Yeah, I run over.
Usually to
And
Darlene.
in my art too.
I go into a strip club and I shoot
I mean,
hookers
it's
all
the
the
reason
time.
I have played D&D for years and have not walked around with swords killing people.
Yeah.
Is because there's things I fantasize about that I don't actually do in life.
That's because while a drunkard, you are a sane person.
Or stab someone 19 times.
Well,
Who knows?
So as much as these games might be fairly distasteful in some ways, I can understand the fantasy element of why they get made and why people play them and stuff. I mean, it's like 50 Shades of Grey that's coming out. I mean, there was some.
There's a
elements
video
of
game,
that.
50 Shades of Grey?
It's not.
Not
It's
yet,
it
I'm
was
sure
a book.
after the movie.
It was a
alone.
book
That'd
that
make
was
a
quite
great video
popular.
game.
No, it was a fan fiction that dumbass people made into a book.
Well, there you
And
go.
read.
And I heard it's actually rather tame considering all the
It is.
BDSM.
I didn't mean
I'm
to
like,
draw it to it. It was simply an
my wife
example
read it
of
and she's like,
fantasy
really?
that might
That's
be
nothing, please.
you might not
It
tell
really
your
is,
grandma
it
about.
really is.
Larry
Like,
brings
the
up a-
first couple chapters are like dirty, but then they get married and
Yeah.
even then,
That is the ultimate horror.
Even then, the first
ultimate
chapters I heard
torture.
weren't even like for the
Then it just
drinking
goes to
side.
trying to
She's
sneak around the kid.
Oh, I know.
Basically, that's what the rest. There's 3 books.
Larry does bring up a very good point, though, is that a lot of these games. Well, well, eat a dick. No, I mean, there are plenty of times I am a person that I scare myself when I play video games, like From Dust, where basically any god simulator.
Oh,
I
yeah.
should never be allowed.
Black and white, man. Black and white was the great.
Black and white was amazing.
Was that not
From
brilliant?
Dust.
That
Here
was
was the
wonderful.
perfect thing.
Point.
Sims, yeah.
The Sims.
Or the original theme park simulator.
Oh god.
Roller Coaster
Oh, yeah.
Tycoon.
Yeah.
If there-
You
Jurassic
can do the
Park.
worst
There
things
needs
in
to be
that
a
game.
Jurassic Park expansion to Roller Coaster
Okay, we should
Tycoon.
have touched on it.
Because
Yeah.
good idea.
I
We're
totally
tough.
fucking lost my mind with that game as a kid. Oh my god. And
I
even
forgot playing
D&D.
black and white and just killing
If
everybody.
I went around acting like I do in D&D, and you can, well, actually no, with our campaign, I was pretty cool.
What? You guys had a campaign and didn't invite me?
Yeah.
Dicks!
Sorry, we'll start our own campaign.
And our-
Ben, good. Ben, raise your arms again.
All right,
No,
that's it. I'm
that's
putting
why
up the
we
timer.
didn't
No,
invite you.
I'm not.
Alright.
Patrick, what have you been playing?
Man, I haven't been playing.
You're
a lot
on
lately.
vacation. You should be playing all kinds of stuff.
He's been busy with school.
I've been playing. What was it?
It's
Spec
summer.
Ops?
Spec Ops?
Yeah, Spec Ops. Fallout again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually I've been cleaning out the basement. You guys saw what I
Yeah,
discovered.
sorry.
Yes! Holy crap, dude!
What'd you discover?
Stenographer. I would like to add to the
So
record
that was your folks,
officially
right?
that everything fell apart when
That-
Brian
that-
died.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's true. Good
This is why we can't have nice things, Brian.
What was confusing about that picture of a stack of Atari was, are you old enough to own
No, he
one of
wasn't. No,
those?
no, I guarantee it was his parents.
that was my dad's.
Yeah, I saw that. I knew that right away.
However,
He's not
Fucking
old enough.
Benjamin Button over
however,
here.
that was my first gaming system.
Yeah, technically, because your dad,
In the
your dad didn't
90s.
care anymore. He said,
Yeah.
"Here, you know, you're 3 or 4. You play with that shit."
Yeah.
That is
all your
basically what
attention
happens. That's how he got a big 20.
Yep.
Yes, Ben.
Point of personal preference. At what point can I go on my rant and then we can tell viewers that
Never.
this is
After
my
the
rant?
after this is done, I'm going to end. I'm going to exit with your rant. It's going to be excellent.
Okay.
Can't we just stop the
And
podcast? And
actually,
then we can rant?
speaking
Like, why
of
does he need to
Atari
rant?
2600s, my politically incorrect game that I'm bringing to the table today is a little game that you gentlemen should know, Custer's Revenge.
Larry holds the world
talked
record.
about this.
Are you serious?
No, we didn't discuss it in detail.
Oh,
Why?
the Native
But
American
I like
rape
the-
song?
I like
but now
a
the
night
question. But now
that's
the
down bad,
question
but,
is.
you know.
Now the question
They were
is.
nomadic people who went over the land ice
I
bridge.
still Native
So,
American.
do you think the game could not be made anymore?
Say that one more
Do you
time,
think
I'm
they
sorry.
wouldn't make a game like that nowadays?
Rape simulators?
No, Custer's Revenge.
first of all-
Specifically, would they remake Custer's Revenge?
I would hope not. Those graphics are terrible.
No. With better graphics.
I mean, Duke
Can we get
Nukem.
out of this?
They did remake that. That's true.
Actually,
Poorly, but
there's one game now that I think of it. It was called the Intercontinental Railroad. It was for the PC, where you would build the railroad going across the plains and in the mountains. And one of the missions was you had to go kill Native
God.
Americans.
Wait, now, it would be even more politically incorrect if you had a bunch of Chinamen.
Doing it.
And if the game called them
I'm going to
Chinamen.
bet you probably did have
They left
Chinese
the killing for the white
working
man.
for you, and then you were killing Indians as well. Now wait a minute.
Native
This was a
Americans.
PC. This
Not
was a
native.
simulator game.
It's the generally accepted
Yeah.
term.
Yeah.
Accepted.
So basically, you went out and committed
By the white
genocide
man.
and enslaved
The buffaloes and
Chinese
all that,
workers,
you know?
and Indians.
It was historically correct.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Okay. All right.
Figure
Okay.
Patrick's a fan.
Okay. So Rob, yours.
Okay, so I do have a game that at number one, huge hit in the 80s. It was a number one selling
Gigantic.
game
Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
by Electronic Arts. I'm
Drive-in?
trumping you up. It's by Electronic Arts. It was called Seven Cities of Gold.
God, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, dude.
and the game was genocide. You came to the United States in your ship, and you killed all the freaking Indians looking for gold.
Yeah.
Just like real life.
Yeah. It really was. It wasn't like the tycoon, like the railroad
killed
tycoon
them
game.
all.
Oh no, you
Influenza
killed
It
killed
was-
them all.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
idea
We just
was
brought it with us.
to kill them and take the gold.
Good man.
Yep,
So
it
you're
was-
rimming on its historical accuracy.
Not only its historical accuracy, but there will never be a sequel to Seven Cities of Gold,
Yeah, Grand
even
Theft Auto.
though it was a gigantic hit, like a top-selling game.
I-
It's just never gonna happen.
No.
I've got to disagree there. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. When you're playing as Tommy Vercetti, you go and you have this.
Yeah,
big
genocide's a little
this-
different.
No. Really? It's not genocide when you
Just get to your
Shut the fuck
goddamn
up! God damn it!
point.
I'm getting my point. You're the one that fucking caused me to derail now.
God, you take too long
It's
to get
not
to your point.
genocide. So what you're saying is it's not genocide when you have somebody task you to kill off an entire group of a massive group of Haitians. That's not genocide. You're specifically.
It's localized
How
genocide,
many
and
people
it's
were
not
genocide.
historically
You're killing
accurate.
us.
because they were a rival gang, wasn't
And
it?
it's not-
His entire
yeah.
race on the.
They
Yeah,
just
were
had-
they a
yeah.
gang
But they
or
were
were they,
Haitians.
you know,
it was
like,
specific that they were Haitians.
Yeah,
I
nothing.
think genocide's a little large.
Nothing like wiping out a whole
Fucking
bunch of
Haitian
innocent Native
gangs.
Americans
Unlike a whole bunch of gangs.
for their gold.
Right.
That
and do
is-
you kill like
Women and
younglings?
children?
Oh, yeah, you kill
No,
young
it's all Haitian men. They're all
So
they
it's
kill.
all Haitian men. So I mean, that's not really.
well,
Genocide is you walk up to a baby and slit his throat. You know, that's the 2-year-old.
Slit his throat.
You walk
Yeah,
by
slice his
and,
throat.
and just hack at him.
Hitler
And that
tested
is
Larry
genocide.
approved.
I mean, that is, you know, that's the difference. If you're wiping out a rival gang and they're all Haitian, yeah, that, I mean, it's still bad, but I mean, it's not the same as wiping out every man, woman, and child of a certain race.
Yeah, they weren't doing ethnic cleansing in Vice City. You're doing basically ethnic cleansing.
Yeah.
In the
You
other
were-
one.
you
You're
were
gonna
wiping
get
out
rid
an
of
entire
all
group
the
of
people.
You are doing
You were
that.
killing
You are killing
all of the
everything.
people.
You're killing,
In Vice
yeah.
City,
No, good
you were
point.
killing
No, that's a very- that is
the
a good
men
point.
who
And you're right,
are
the worst
involved
part is that
criminally
was a
in this
mainstream
gang that happened to
and was
be of
popular.
the same
And I loved
race.
it.
You
To
should
make it
have
worse.
It played very well.
I feel very guilty about that
it
game
played
right
very
now.
well. The mechanics of the game are well. Again, like the I'm sure like the Railroad Tycoon game was too.
Oh,
Or
I
whatever.
totally wiped out
Grand
North
Theft,
America.
Yeah.
Totally looking for those
Yeah.
damn 7 cities. And there's nowhere really in the manual where it tells you whether it's there or not. I was going to look up whether there really are like these gold cities.
Right.
But
No, they're all.
I wiped out everybody.
There
So
was
far as I can
gold
tell.
to
and-
begin with.
Check out Google
They
Earth.
all just assumed there was gold.
Well, there was gold.
No, there
There
was.
was-
A shit ton of gold.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
shit
there
ton.
was.
The Spanish killed a lot of people and took a lot of gold.
By the way, if you're watching this from Spain, you owe me some freaking money, okay?
Yeah, you took our gold. We want
What
it back.
about reparations?
Hey, a lot of
Wait,
that's sunk
what?
down the bottom of the
Yeah.
ocean too that hasn't been found yet.
That's true.
Yeah, so I own that too.
And then there was the whole Civil War.
Hey, Rob, you're gonna put the disclaimer on the beginning of this.
You know,
No,
We here at
not
G2B.
at
You know,
all.
you see-
We always have the disclaimer.
it's
really gonna
interesting
rant,
about
aren't you?
that. I mean,
Oh no,
it's a side point. But you played that game and you kind of see how, like, if you're a little disconnected, how you could do that. You know what I mean? Like anybody, you know?
Yeah, because I wanted that damn gold.
So bad. Yeah.
Well,
I
they-
did want
they
that
took
gold
to get it.
really bad, and I wanted
Yeah.
to find those fabled 7 cities.
It's
I
just-
killed an
But
entire
we
continent.
missed
looking
I mean,
for
there
it.
are those
Our
little
point.
demons in all of us, you know? And
Yeah.
it's just like, I once got in a conversation with someone about, like, you know,
try to keep them.
if they grew up in Germany during that time, they were like 15 during the
Yeah.
height of Nazi. You know, are you so sure you would just be brilliant enough to know that this wasn't a good idea? Nah, some maybe.
Some
Most
did.
Probably not.
So-
We're dancing
Well, and
so
don't
close
want to come
to-
up and say, "Hey, you know what?
Well, just
I
kill me
don't
now, man."
protest because that sticks you out in the crowd and go." Hey, that guy said no. And then, one, the government's probably going to come down on you. And two, the people who are hardcore in your community of like, yes, kill everyone that isn't Aryan.
I'm glad
All
we
right,
got
that's
the
it. We are so
psychology.
Now
far
we are
from
way
that.
I know. Sorry to
Right.
distract you.
Right.
Sorry to
So,
distract
I should
you.
not be the voice of logic, guys.
so
Yeah, you should
You
not
never
have
are.
episodes.
Come on now.
for your listening pleasure, I bring forward.
Are we giving him 3 minutes?
I
We're
bring
gonna
forward
Timer on. Wait.
Ben,
Start.
who is going to bring us out. He's going to take us out
Okay.
of Guys, Games, and Beer with a rant.
All right.
Start.
Get away from me. Okay, so if you only want to hear about video games, fine. Cut the episode right now. You're done. Thanks for listening. Now it's my turn. You get 10% tied to me. Hey, you're not behind me. Thanks.
No, he's not.
Okay,
Go with your
so
show.
make a
Get
lot
through
of jokes about me working with kids. Here's the thing. I have a lot of experience working with kids. I'm really fucking good working with kids. You know what I fucking hate? fucking adults who go fuck with me. You know
Preach,
why?
brother.
Because I can't say fuck you, adult, in front of kids. Because you know what? You really shouldn't walk into my program while I'm in front of kids and go, hey, I'm a dickhead board member. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Get off my goddamn back. Because you know what? It's not my problem. You should go talk to the executive director, not me, while I'm working with kids. Or harass any of my staff, because you know what you're doing? You are pulling people away from watching those kids that are by that goddamn pond that you're so goddamn worried about. You know how many kids drowned in that pond this year or last year, or even gone in the pond without our consent? 0! Go fuck yourself, buddy, because I kinda hate you. And you know what? I really want to shit on that guy's front porch and go, you know what? You're a custodian here, but you're an asshole who's really passive aggressive. And you know what? I know I'm not actually solving anything right now, but you know what I'm doing? I'm venting because thank you, internet, you let me do this. Fuck you, Tyler. You're an asshole. I hope you die in a fiery hell.
Whoa.
This Tyler is good. This Tyler, I love this Tyler.
Love
This
your
Tyler
voice
is beautiful.
cracking like crazy.
Fucking Tyler, ass ward! You don't do your fucking job. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You cleaned up because the board of directors was coming. But beyond that, you do shit. You know what you should do instead of dropping $50 every time you want to clean the pond? Get your fucking ass up and rake that shit. Manual labor. That's why you pay $150 a month to live there, dickwad. You're a fucking custodian, not the master of the fucking universe. Go fuck yourself.
Come visit us at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Win free games on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer.